Alright, y'all, what's happening? It's me, your resident supervillain, Mr. J. Washington, and I'm here with my review for Red Notice on Netflix and in theaters. Now, if you haven't seen this yet, come on back because there will be spoilers. Thank you for everybody who's been rocking with your boy. Everybody who's been watching the reviews, the trailer reactions, all that stuff here on the channel. Like, I don't claim to be some major YouTuber and all this other shit. I'm just a dude with a lot of opinions and thoughts, and I just want to put shit out there, and people tend to like it, and we just roll with it from there. For those real quick who've been asking about the Mad Titan podcast, I had to put it on hiatus. If you follow me, you know I've been working a lot of auditions, a lot of different projects, and I just haven't had the time for it, unfortunately. And so I'm going to have to bring it back possibly after the holidays. I know a lot of stuff's about to come out, so we'll see how soon I can get the next one going and how quick I can keep it back rolling frequently. So I apologize for that. But let's get into the movie, man. When I saw this trailer, like many, I thought it was just going to be another big, just action clunker almost. Like, you got three amazing stars who are amazing action stars in Gal Gadot. Is it Gal Gadot? Gal Gadot? I don't know. Y'all know what my heart is. Dwayne Johnson and Ryan Reynolds. And so, you know, Dwayne Johnson did an interview when he was on the red carpet. He said this was the most expensive movie and expensive risk that Netflix has taken with this. And I can see it. Like I said, these level of stars and talent is amazing, and the locations and where they're shooting and everything. And this shit pays off so well. The twists and turns, again, I said it's spoiler alert. The finding out who's working with who as far as Gal Gadot and Dwayne Johnson working together, being in a relationship, double-crossing, triple-crossing Ryan Reynolds, and Ryan Reynolds double-crossing them, and at the same time having Ryan Reynolds be who Ryan Reynolds is. Now, I have been a fan of Ryan Reynolds since National Lampoon's Van Wilder, and then go back to when he was in the first Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle, and, you know, just different things he's done. I love his humor. I love what he does in films. And now with him breaking the fourth wall in this film without directly breaking the fourth wall is funny, because there's a part where they go searching for Cleopatra's third egg, right? Cleopatra's, excuse me. And they're in a bunker, a Hitler bunker in South America. And one point that him and Dwayne Johnson are looking, and it's all these old Nazi artifacts and stuff, Hitler's hidden treasure. And he's like, yo, Dwayne Johnson, what are we looking for? And Ryan Reynolds says, maybe look for something that says MacGuffin on it. And for those who don't know, MacGuffin is something that you need that's essential to the plot moving forward in a movie or a TV show. And again, it's things like that he does that consistently have me going in the movie, and the other things as well. Now, I've seen some of the reviews, some people said, and some people were like, yo, there's so many plot holes in this. And true, there are. Like, one of the plot holes is, again, in the aforementioned scene in the bunker, that I think there's Hitler's Rolls Royce. And, again, they have to go downstairs to get the bunker. So Ryan Reynolds is looking around like, yo, how did they get this in here? And so they say, oh, they used the mine shafts. Now, this is where the problem. Like, they used the mine shafts to get the car in, okay, cool. So you think the mine shafts lead to somewhere outside on this island or the country, wherever they are. But in the part when they're getting chased by Interpol, the car goes dead ass out a waterfall. You're like, why the waterfall at all the places? Like, what about the road that they brought this bitch in? I don't think they helicarried the shit in, like, the fuck. But it doesn't matter to me. It's like, that's a small thing. There's a few small other things, but it's like, the movie moves so well where you're not really, I don't think you really have to be concerned about it unless you really want to pay attention to smaller things. There's a part where Ryan and Dwayne are in a Russian prison. And now, by the way, Dwayne Johnson's character starts out as an FBI agent who is tracking Ryan Reynolds' character, Nolan Booth. And there's a point where they both get arrested because this other world-renowned thief known as the Bishop sets Dwayne Johnson's character up. So Ryan Reynolds and Dwayne Johnson end up in prison together, in a Russian prison. And Ryan Reynolds is like, yo, you better hope they don't find out you're a cop because you'll die, which is always the thing you hear in prison. Cops in prison get the fuck murdered. There's no other way about it. And so they're in the cafeteria, and Ryan Reynolds is making this whole grand thing, like he's not a cop, no police, yeah, all this thing. And then one of the criminals comes in and has a conflict with Dwayne, and they start fighting, et cetera, et cetera. And you find out that Ryan has stolen a guard's key card for them to try to escape. Again, different things he does. Talks about the soap. He's using soap in the prison. He's like, man, it's made out of pure glycerin. And you don't think about it. You're just like, oh, that's just some shit he's saying. But you find out later, he's using that to make nitroglycerin, explosion, blah, blah, blah. Here's some things in the film that I don't know if we need to discuss publicly, but I think no one else has done it. In the beginning scene in Rome, there is a part where Inspector Doss and Dwayne Johnson's character are trying to make sure Cleopatra's second egg isn't stolen. Well, first egg, I think it isn't stolen. And they go to this museum and it's there. And Dwayne Johnson looks at the egg and it's like, yo, this isn't real. Because if it was real, it'd be 18 karat gold. It'd be emitting, the radiation, blah, blah, blah. It's not doing that. And so the curator of the museum is like, how you know it's not real? He's like, it's only one way to find out. And this little shorty is drinking. He's like, hey, little man, there's no drinking in the museum. He's drinking a can of Coca-Cola, right? He takes the can of Coca-Cola from Shorty, pours it on the egg that's in the display, and it dissolves. Finds out that it's a fake. Here's the issue I have. Did they just unknowingly tell everybody in the world you shouldn't drink this shit? Coca-Cola has been known to do a lot of shit. They say you can put Coca-Cola on a battery to remove caked up battery acid and things like that. Why are we drinking Coca-Cola if this shit has dissolving properties? If this shit can melt things? Like, this ain't supposed to be consumed by the human fucking body. Like, this shit should be a scientific label just slapped on it like, warning, nigga, you'll die. Like, don't drink it. Then there's a part where after they make there's a grandiose moment, a nice action-packed scene where Ryan Reynolds' character is escaping from the museum after stealing the egg, has a confrontation with Dwayne Johnson's character, and he gets away. Dwayne Johnson's about to jump into a Porsche, or is it a Ferrari? One of the two. I think it's a Ferrari. And, this whole scene sets up. He's behind the wheel. The music amps up. He starts it because this thing is on display, right? And he's about to drive off, and all of a sudden he gets the fuck T-boned out of him, and it's like beautiful. And he's T-boned by a gelato truck, which he mentions earlier. I'm here for the gelato. So these different MacGuffins always consistently happen throughout the film. But here's another little thing that happens. When later Ryan Reynolds' character goes to his little resort he has on a private island, and he's drinking, and he pours himself a drink. Guess what he pours himself a drink of? Yep, that's right, aviation gin. Because what is aviation gin? Ryan Reynolds gin. Smart move. So it's little things and like that. But then you see, again, you got to Gal Gadot. She's caught a lot of scrutiny I've seen in many people's reviews and things they discuss about her acting ability. Like, they love her in Wonder Woman. We all love her in Wonder Woman, right? But remember, when she was first cast as Wonder Woman, some people were like, yo, the woman from the Fast and Furious movies, a lot of people didn't think she was, up to par for that role. But as we've seen in several films, phenomenal. Pristine. In this, not only does she get to, further her action, but her comedic chops as well. The interactions between Johnson, Reynolds, and herself are amazing. Again, before I go any further, let me make sure I say this. Everything I've said prior to this moment and after are all my thoughts, my opinions. And I say that because there are some people going to be like, oh, I didn't like this movie. I thought it was trash or blah, 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 blah. And then people start fighting in comments and all this other shit. And it's like, why? At the end of the day, no matter what I say, it's still my opinion. Now, am I trying to influence you? Not really. I just want you to know my thoughts on it. Will it possibly influence people? Absolutely. But I feel like we shouldn't argue over shit like that. It's always just somebody's opinion and perspective. Like I said, for me, I had fun. Also, you probably wonder, why does Jay keep looking at his wrist? Because my goddamn phone keep going off in emails and shit. I just got an audition. Like I told y'all, been busy. So yeah, it's just so much with this movie. The twists and turns, the double crosses, it's a movie that when it sets up at the end, it sets up for a beautiful sequel potential where you see the three of them working together on something. And that is something like, yo, I can go for a sequel to this. Because again, sometimes you want a movie that is just a good fun ride from beginning to end. There is nothing wrong with that. Sometimes we have movies where we're fully invested and we need everything to go beat by beat and be a certain thing from what we know, and it has to be formulaic and et cetera, et cetera. And sometimes you just want to sit back and just be like, man, let me put this on and watch a good ass movie. Because I'm not going to lie to y'all. I've watched it already. And as I'm recording this, my TV is right there in front of me. I wish y'all could see it. I'm not turning around cameras and shit. I ain't got patience. But I have Red Notice on right now on pause. It's at 14 minutes, 51 seconds into the movie. Yeah, I'm going to rewatch it again. And at the end of the day, make your own decision. If I had to get this movie on a rating of 1 to 5 stars, I'd give it a 5. Some of the little, 4.5, excuse me. Some of the little things I can overlook. Overall, good action sequences, a lot of fun, a lot of humor, keeps you engaged, twists and turns. It's so unexpected. And again, the fact that you learn you should never fucking drink Coca-Cola. If you currently drink Coca-Cola, I pray for your system, your intestines, your kidneys, and your soul. Because your shit will dissolve. Like, why the fuck out of all... Sorry. Nonetheless, I want to know what your thoughts are in the comments below. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel if your first time being here. Click on the notification bell to find out when your boy is dropping more videos and all that good shit. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Mr. J Washington, MRJAY. You should know how to spell Washington. You really should. Check out Blurs in the Hood every Tuesday and Thursday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. on the East Coast. Myself and my co-host, Mr. Winston A. Marshall. We talk about the world of pop culture, news, sports, entertainment, nerd shit, and a whole lot more. And it's a lot of fun from a Blurs perspective, and we are unapologetically black. YouTube.com and Twitch.tv/Blurs in the Hood, BLERDS, the letter N, THEHOOD. All right. Holla at y'all for the next one of these, man. Stay tuned. I'm keeping busy, and I'm trying to bring back Mad Titan. Told y'all I'm trying to get that back. All right. Take care. I'm back. Bye.